Hey y'all, listen, I'm very mad because I always get comments saying that I try to make children to transition because I share my transition here on YouTube. So I decided to make a video once and for all telling you why you shouldn't transition, maybe because transitioning is not for everyone. And yes, hi, I'm Nofar Morali, a transgender woman from Tel Aviv, Israel, and I make mostly transgender related content here on my YouTube channel. I started my transition at age 15, currently I'm 22, so it's been a long time since I started and I do have some experience that I like to share here with my audience on YouTube, but for some people, for some reason, it's not good enough and they think that I try to make other people to do something that they aren't meant to do. But my purpose with this channel is to only help the trans community and everyone who thinks whether they should transition or not, and never did I push someone to transition, of course. It's just so silly. So that's why I decided to make this video once and for all and to shut your haters' mouths once and for all, to tell you why you shouldn't transition if that's your case. So let's get right into this video. So the first reason why you shouldn't transition is if you're too afraid of what people will say about you. Because if you're trans, no matter how you look, how passable you are, how supportive your friends and family are, people will always talk about you. Before I started my YouTube channel, I was pretty stealth in my life, so nobody really knew that I'm trans. But now in my YouTube, I just share my content to the world to help other trans people, and you can see that I get hate on every video. It doesn't matter how much good of a person I am or how much am I right with what I say or what I do. People will always hate me just for the fact that I'm trans, and I'm totally fine with it because I don't care about people who doesn't care enough about themselves to take care of their mental health, so they don't feel the need to bring someone else down, okay? But if you think that you care too much and you can't bear hate towards you, so please don't transition, because you will receive a lot of hate from many people if you're trans, no matter how passable you are or how much of a good person you are. The second reason that you shouldn't transition because is if you're living in an environment that doesn't accept trans or LGBT people. Like, let's say that you're a minor and you have to live with your parents that are not supportive of you at all, and you know for a fact that if you will take this step to transition to the male or the female that you really are inside, your parents will kick you out of the house, maybe in the worst case even harass you physically, mentally. There is too much cases like this that children got harassed by their family just because they're trans, and it's truly sad, but that's the harsh reality. So if you live in an environment like that doesn't allow you to be who you are, you should wait until the time that you can leave this place for good and then start your transition. And if you're minor and you still can't, then you should wait and don't transition now. The risk is just not worth it if the price is your own life or your safety. The third reason that you shouldn't transition is if you view trans women as a fetish. Now I know it might sound a bit strange, but many men try to transition to women just because they fetishize us, trans women, like the real ones. And oftentimes they get confused and think that they are trans women as well, just because the fact that they adore us and admire us so much for our transness. So they try to be like us, to get close to us but it's not the right way, you know. Also connects to all the detransitioners that now pop up here on YouTube and what's not. Maybe some of them just was fetishizing trans women, and that's why they detransitioned, because they wasn't really trans women, they only like us, but it doesn't mean that they're trans women. I know it's a bit controversial to say, but it is true, and I know from personal experience some stuff like that. People who have transitioned just because they fetishize trans women, but they themselves are not really trans, they just want to get close and noticed by us, so they transition themselves. I know, it's crazy, but it happened so many times before my eyes and it's just insane. So if you're someone like that, please don't transition, okay? Thank you. Now the next reason that I'm going to talk about why you shouldn't transition is kind of an open discussion, I think, because gender in 2022 is really fluid and you can be whatever you want, you can be both at the same time, I know, but if you really are going with hormones and medically transitioning, I don't think that you should transition if you feel that you're non-binary or that you're like not really sure what you are before you go and take hormones that will change you forever, or getting surgery that is non-reversible. You shouldn't really do those stuff if you think that you're not sure of yourself, if you're truly the gender that you want to be. You just need to really know yourself and know what you want, because then you probably will regret in the future for something that's irreversible, and that's just not fun at all. So if you're not really sure of yourself, don't do it. Just don't do it. You can grow out your hair or cut it, you can wear makeup, you can wear the opposite gender clothes, but before you go to really medically transition, you really need to be sure of yourself and not just think fast and do something that you might regret. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I know it was pretty short, this video, and there is so many points to cover of why you shouldn't transition, but I just wanted to show my audience that I'm not pushing anyone to transition, and there are so many reasons why you shouldn't do so. And if you have something to add that I didn't cover on this video, please feel free to hit the comment section down below and write us if there is another reason why you shouldn't transition, maybe to help other people to decide whether they should transition or not. I'm all in support of trans people and transitioning. I think it's a beautiful thing, and for me personally it literally saved my life. So if it's not life and death, you shouldn't do so. But for other people it could maybe be not the right decision. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!